Hi, guys. This is Coach Cynthia. Being a leader is not easy, and I respect all of you for making that commitment and taking the opportunity in leadership. Having said that, there are certain things that I think we need to be more firm about as leaders. And I've seen too many clients letting things slide in their leadership to the point where they're being too nice. And in Action Coach, nice means nothing inside me cares enough. Why is that? You think you're being nice, you think you're helping and caring for your employees by not pointing out certain errors, by not firing them, by not making them work hard. In fact, what you're just creating is a generation of softies, a generation of spoiled employees who won't go that far. And I think this is denying your actual leadership purpose. So before I want to share with you, actually, I want to share with you a lot of things. I want to share with you the top 3 areas which I think we need to be more firm. But before that, I want to return you to this whole talk about leadership purpose. What do you mean, like purposeful leadership? Look, for some God-given reason, you've been put and given this opportunity to lead. Not everybody can do what you do. Not everybody has those skills that you have. For some reason, you're special. You've been gifted a little bit more than others. Now, taking those gifts and using it for yourself and just enjoying the benefits because now you've got a better career, better salary, more respect and recognition, that's the natural things that new leaders do. But as you progress in your leadership maturity, you'll learn that it's really not all about you. It's not all about you. It's not just about how you are doing in your career. You've been given a leadership purpose simply because you're meant to make more of an impact. You are given the ability to influence others to be better than before they work for you. So people enter your department. People enter the relationship of being led by you. When they first started, maybe they're not that good, but by the time you're done with them, by the time they move out and move on, they become a better person. Or maybe they're already good now and they've become more better. So that's your leadership purpose, guys. Never forget that. I mean, not a lot of people can do what you do. So if you choose to embrace that leadership purpose and you choose to say, look, I'm going to do the right thing. If that person is not performing, it's my duty as a people developer to reprimand. If that person keeps not performing, it is my duty for the sake of protecting the culture of excellence in my organization to exit this person. If the person can do more, it's my duty to push them. See, if you come from that mindset, that means you are taking the risk of not being liked. Sometimes being a firm leader is not, you're not going to be the most popular person in the office, but you know what? You're going to have people coming up to you and say, you know what, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be able to exercise my potential. You really showed me what I could do. And that's happened to me. And I tell you one thing, it is so fulfilling to hear that, to see that junior people have risen up and become senior people. Senior people have grown up and become even more than what they thought they could be. I mean, that is really, really fulfilling. So that's your leadership purpose. Now, I want to go into the 3 areas which I think we need to be more firm as leaders. Number 1 is we don't correct fast enough. We don't correct on the spot. So people forget that they've actually done something wrong. And they move on and they continue doing something wrong. So in fact, by not correcting on the spot and early on, this whole nice, nothing inside me cares enough, you don't care enough about their time. You see, if you did care enough about their time, you would care that they should stop making mistakes and wasting time doing so. By reprimanding them upfront, early on, you are saving them time to make future errors. And you are saving them time to find the real solution that could get them the performance that they need. The second thing I think that people should be more firm about is firing people. I mean, that's pretty obvious, right? But a lot of people don't want to fire people because that's not nice. The way I see it is like this. As long as you feel that firing people is a disadvantage to that person, you're going to find every reason not to do it. But in fact, The reason why you don't want to fire people sometimes is not because you pity the other person. It's because you don't want to feel guilty, and that's a selfish thing. The way I see firing is getting that person to another job that fits them better. You see, nobody wakes up in the morning and says, gee, I really want to fail today. I love the joy of failing. And I really want to be reprimanded today. And I want the whole office to show me just how bad I perform. Nobody wakes up like that. I mean, not anyone I know anyway. But some people have been put in a role that doesn't fit them, maybe due to bad recruiting, maybe to bad development, or whatever circumstance, or they cease to perform for their own choice. And if you don't do anything about it, you are creating a very demotivated person. That person could feel so bad about themselves that it would affect other areas of their lives. Now, do you really want to do that? Just for the sake of looking good in front of everybody and looking nice? The way I see it is, fire them. If they're 30 years old, oh my God, they're so old. Oh, hello, I'm pushing, I'm beyond 30. And I know that 30 is not old. Better to fire them at 30 than 35, than 40, than 45. What if they're already 45? Look, take care of them. Give them a nice package out. Find them a job if you can. But please, 45 is also quite young. They've got at least, 20 more years. Can you imagine 20 more years of feeling like you suck? Find them a better place where they could feel good about themselves. Or develop them, for gosh sakes. Maybe the reason they suck is because you don't develop them. So either fire them or develop them. Choose one, but do the right thing. The third thing I think we need to be more firm about is giving people a higher workload. Now it depends. And you might say, oh my gosh, you're asking my people to work even harder. They work even harder now. Okay, well, if they're working hard and they're still not effective, maybe we need to work on improving the way they work. But for the most part, especially in Indonesia, we know that in our country, we need 5 people to do the same work that one person can do in Singapore, for instance. It's sad to see just how slow our people work. And you know why? Because they've been spoiled by having a lot of colleagues. They don't know how it feels to work in a lean, mean organization. Now, if you look at techpreneurs, if you look at young startups, you do see them working really lean and mean, which is awesome. But for the most part, most people have the luxury of taking their sweet old time at work. Why is that? Because employers like us, we're too nice. We employ more people. We don't have the belief that they can do it. So I suggest, if you really want to get out of this niceness and prepare people for global competition, have a conversation with your people and say, look, I want to prepare you for global competition. We know now that the Southeast Asian economy is already opening up. The talent war is not going to be between Indonesians and Indonesians. The talent war is going to be between Southeast Asian citizens. And there are many Southeast Asian citizens who are much more efficient and effective than Indonesians. So what's going to happen to your people? They're going to lose out. And if our purpose as leaders is also to contribute back to the people who work for us, teach them not to lose out. If it means cutting down your staff or not replacing some people that you terminate for the sake of getting other people to pick up their speed, what's that going to do? That's only going to make them more globally competitive. That's what you're doing. So I never feel bad about upping the workload. Of course, I know my limits. Of course, I know when to hire people, but come on. If you look at what they're doing, they have time. It's because you give them so little work, they take their time and they think they're busy. You give them 2 pieces of things to do in a day, they'll say they're busy. You give them 5 things, they'll do it, and they'll still say they're busy. Busyness is relative. So again, help them to become globally competitive. So these are the 3 things that I think we could do better at being firm. The first one also to remember, the first thing to remember is also your purpose as a leader. And if you embrace that leadership journey, that you are here for a reason, you are here to make other people's lives better, I think you'll embrace the rest of it and be firm because you know that that's what it takes to develop people. So make it a great year. This is Coach Cynthia, Action Coach South Jakarta, signing off. Thank you.